Octa-Cuboctahedron, 24 tiles, 48 connectors. Okay, so we've made 5 of our 4 tile hats. We're going to make the 6th one here. Remember, that involves a zigzag connection, tiles, connectors always placed adjacent on the edges there, and there you have it. So we have our 6 4 tile hats. When we made this, we then would connect them corner to corner to make little beaks. We're going to do the same with this. The angles don't quite work out, so it's a little bit of a stretch, but we're going to go ahead and give it a try. It is a rather difficult build, but we'll see what we can do. And let's start by putting right there, our red and yellow will be, there's the beak I'm talking about making. Okay. How about if we put blue right there? And you can see we have to kind of stretch it to get it to attach in both places, but we'll go ahead and put all the connectors here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we'll make our connections. Boom. So there's our yellow-blue beak, and here's where we're stretching it a bit. See that? A little bit forced, but hey, the connectors are forgiving. We can do that, right? Now, let's see. Let's have opposite colors opposite each other. So opposite red, we'll put the green one here. This is going to involve, and it might help to scrunch it like that, connections there and there. So let's go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4. Make our green-yellow beak connection. And it gets harder and harder as we fight these angles. It's not that bad, but a little trickier build than other ones. Okay, we're good there. What else? Opposite yellow, we'll put its opposite, which is purple. And look at this. We have 1, 2, 3 places to put these. So here are the next 6 connectors. To kind Kind of stretch that apart. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, here's our green purple beak. Here's our blue purple beak. And finally our red purple beak. Oops, I didn't put a connector there. No problem. There we go. And look what we have. That right there is kind of cool. It flexes. That's neat right there, the way this thing moves. Right there, you can kind of get the best feel for how this is kind of shaped like a cube, square on each side, and yet these are the squares I put on, so they're turned sideways, and that's why it's really more of what's called a cuboctahedron. Anyway, in just that position, look at that. It's just right for making that last tile. Orange opposite blue, because those are opposite colors. Opposite on the color wheel. You figure that out because what goes into making orange? Red and yellow, not blue. That's why they're opposite. Or they're called complementary colors. I think collectively they add up to black or white or whatever. It depends on whether you're adding light or paint. So we're getting this ready with 8 connectors here. And then we'll have our Octa-Cuboctahedron. Okay, and I'll talk a bit about where that name's coming from. So here we go. We're going to make our orange-red beak. Done. Our yellow-orange beak. Done. Here comes our orange-green beak. Again, these last ones are kind of tricky. Right there, it kind of shows that you have to stretch it a bit, but still not anything too much. And finally, our orange-purple beak, saving the best for last. Line it all up. Maybe I can do it 2 at once there. Yay. Okay, whoops. Look what just happened. Some green came undone. That's the stresses involved right there. Okay, we're good though. Right there. Okay, and it really does tend to flex in some interesting ways here. Okay, let's reconnect here. Okay, so there it is. Straighten these out a bit, relieve some of the extra stress. Okay, look at this. That's distorted. I'll put it in the middle shape there to kind of give you the beauty of this. Why are we calling this, let me flatten some of these out here. You can see right there the fact that that gap is so much bigger than this gap here, that the angles aren't quite what they're supposed to be, but it still works. So where's the name coming from? If I just focus on these 4-way junctures, so we got one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, and then one on the bottom. Those are defining an octahedron, okay? Those are the 6 vertices of an octahedron. Let's look at the beaks. There are actually 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on the bottom 9, 10, 11, 12. Those are vertices of a shape called a cuboctahedron. So altogether it's an octa-cuboctahedron, just like this was a octa-tetrahedron, okay? But unlike this one, that really had no capacity for flexing in any direction, look at what we can do with this one here. We have some major room for distortion, and that's kind of fun. Just about every tile in there is moving as we do this, okay?